Hello. So today's Toy Talks is Toy Talks Story Time, the story of Ava. So this is the story of how Ava ended up in the hospital when she was a baby. Ava, say hi to the people. She's here to listen to her story. So I actually recorded this Toy Talk last year and I was supposed to drop it, but I was literally inconsolable in it. And I'll post the link to the story that prompted this when I talked about my first Toy Talk was about Ava and how she almost didn't make it. And so many people DM me, Toya, what happened? What happened? And I recorded it, but I didn't drop it. So now I'm here to retell the story. So story time. Ava was a baby about 2-3 months, right? And it was a weekend. And she was looking very lethargic. She wasn't smiling. She wasn't crying. She was just sitting with her in her crib like this, right? So I made an appointment for a pediatrician on Monday. Took the pediatrician. The pediatrician said, Latoya, I checked her out. Nothing's wrong with her. Chris and I are looking at her Monday night. I called the pediatrician again. Got an appointment for Tuesday. Pediatrician's like, I don't see anything. And she was getting a little agitated. Like, oh, no, you're a first-time mom. It's okay. And I said, listen, I got a mother, a mother-in-law, a stepmother, and a grandmother at the time. May she rest in peace. I called them for everything. I'm coming to you because I already went to them. And they said they don't know what's the matter with her. Take her to the doctor, right? I go to her on Wednesday, and Wednesday now she's agitated. Why are you back here? There's nothing wrong with this child. I'm like, lady, something is wrong with my child. Let me show you how God works. Thursday, I go back to her office, but she's out of the office on Thursday. Her partner was in the office, and her partner said, listen, you think there's something wrong with this child. I checked her out. I don't see anything wrong, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make you an appointment for the clinic at Children's Hospital in Boston that afternoon. Take her to the clinic and have the clinic check her out. Bet. Call the superintendent. I'm on my way to Children's Hospital. I'll call you, let you know. I get to Children's Hospital on Thursday. They doing tests. They check her in. Her attending doctor says to me, if you would have brought this child in on Friday, she may not have made it. When I tell y'all, I'm going to make it through. I was like, what? I called the superintendent. He flew down to Children's Hospital. Ava had a staph infection that was coursing through her whole body. Y'all, one of her legs, the bone was paper thin and it snapped. She has a broken leg. Ava had MRIs, spinal taps, all types of stuff. They had to do a procedure, and this is not the medical term, called a blood flush, essentially, where they had to flush her blood out, clean it, and then pump it back into her body because her whole system was contaminated. Now, I'm a 30-year-old mother at the time. I go to the hospital all bummed out because I'm all stressed about my child. Of course, if you take a baby to the hospital, they automatically think you done did something to the child. But no shade. Shout out to the folks at Children's Hospital. They were very accommodating because they knew what she had, a staph infection, so they knew I wasn't doing anything to her. We went through the precautions, had to speak to the social worker, case manager, all these people, but they were very nice because they knew it was nothing that I was doing to her, that she was sick. And to this day, we never figured out where she actually got the staph infection. Ava's attending doctor is good friends with her pediatrician. And he calls her because he does not believe the story that I'm telling him. I'm telling him I took her to her pediatrician 4 days and they wasn't helping me. And he didn't believe me. I wonder why. So he called her pediatrician and said, hey, I have one of your patients here. The mother's telling me the story. And she couldn't believe that Ava was in the hospital. So this is not funny, y'all. So Ava's pediatrician comes up to the hospital to see her. Now, I'm in a chair. I'm cradling Ava in a chair, and her pediatrician walks through the door. I turn into Michael Vick in that bad boy. I gripped Ava like this, and I lunge for her pediatrician. This nurse, man, the nurse is the MVP of this story. This nurse saw me jump for her. She literally had me pinned to the chair. She was choking me. She had her legs on the back of the chair like she was going skiing like this, holding me, saying, Latoya, you can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do this. They pushed Ava's pediatrician out the room. Come on, we got to get her out of here. They locked the room door because I can't get out the room. Because I put Ava in that crib, and y'all, I was going to go Bronx style, ape shit crazy on that pediatrician. I was banging on the door. I was punching the door. They wouldn't open that door for nothing until she left. So I could hear the attending talking to her pediatrician because they're talking to each other by first name. He's like, what happened here? And she told him, oh my God, I just thought she was being neurotic. I thought she was a first-time mom. And I could hear her, and I'm in the room screaming, bitch, I fucking told you that something was wrong with my baby. When I tell y'all, it was crazy. They wouldn't let me out the room until our pediatrician left the grounds of the hospital. Security had to walk her out, and they would not let me leave until security confirmed that she was out of the hospital grounds, y'all. It was crazy. That nurse is the MVP because she saved her. She checked on Ava every day. She checked on me. She made sure Chris and I had everything because I stayed in that hospital. As long as she was there, I was there. I slept there. I showered there. I never left that hospital for the 3 weeks that she was there. So now I bring my baby home. She's got a broken leg. She's got a compromised immune system. She's got a PICC line up her arm as long as I can remember. So I had to give her medicine, saline, heparin, saline, clean her PICC line. She had a visiting nurse, and this went on for 6 weeks, y'all. It was crazy. Remember, I told you that her leg snapped. Literally, her bone snapped. It was broken. Her attending doctor didn't think her leg would grow normally because the bone was paper thin. So she had to cast on for a couple of months. And up until last year, right, Ava? Mm-hmm. I had to take her to a pediatric ortho surgeon to check her legs. And they have to do a special test to make sure her growth plates are growing at the same clip. Because at one point, they didn't think this child's growth plates were going to grow. And that one leg will be shorter than the other. So a couple of weeks later, I get a call from my pediatrician's partner. She wants me to come into the office because Ava is off now her vaccine schedule. Because remember, she was in the hospital for a couple of weeks. Then she was home for a couple of weeks, with the broken leg and the PICC line, and she was off schedule. So her partner called me and said, Latoya, make sure you come in and get Ava's vaccine shots up to date. But there was an ulterior motive. They wanted to see if I was going to sue them. And quite frankly, my headspace wasn't there. I was just worried about keeping my child alive at this point. So the partner says, well, why don't you switch her to me? You can still stay within the practice, but I'll be her pediatrician. And I said to her very colorfully, you will never see my black ass in this office ever again. And I left. And I found her the nicest pediatrician in Cambridge Hospital, Dr. Callahan. She was amazing. She was awesome. And we still keep in contact with her today. So the story of Ava, the lesson, the toys tip is advocate for your children. Because if I didn't go back on Tuesday, if I didn't go back on Wednesday, if I didn't go back on Thursday, she wouldn't have been here on that Friday. So here is Ava.
Hello.
She's turning 16, my baby. I'll get out of here. So it is a sad story, guys, and I tried to make it funny, but this is she is my happy ending. So that's why for every accomplishment, every milestone that she makes, I'm always very proud and emotional. So that is the story of Ava, guys. Have a great day. Ava, say bye to the people.
Bye.
And we'll talk again soon, guys.